So good afternoon. Only you two. Canon. Sorry. So today we would like to discuss MIME. So yes, MIME is Secure Multi-Purpose Internet Mail Extension. Let us discuss about only this MIME today. This MIME, and then tomorrow's class will be Secure MIME. Okay. So what is the importance of this particular MIME is? So before this MIME was introduced to the email service by 1994. By 1994, this MIME was introduced. Okay, before that, of course, electronic mailing was introduced by the people, but they have they have to send only 7-bit ASCII code format data only. 7-bit in the sense, actually ASCII code is 7-bit and EBCDIC, one more format is there. So extended EBCDIC, EBCDIC form, extended binary coded decimal interchange code. Extended binary coded code for decimal interchange code. EBCDIC, it is 8-bit format, and ASCII format is only 7-bit format. So 7-bit format does have 255 characters are there in ASCII character set. So you could transmit the data through electronic mail only with the 7-bit ASCII code format during, before introduction of this MIME to the electronic mail service here. Okay, then it is not supposed to be accepted any other kind of data that is encoded data. Encoded data in the sense nowadays people will be able to communicate via internet through any kind of language. You could type Telugu, you could type Arabic, you could type Hindi, whatever the language it may be. So nowadays it could be possible, but during those days, so all these things are encoded kind of data, and this encoded data will be in not in 7-bit format, 7-bit ASCII format. So they are unable to forward it by the internet, forwarded by email through internet here. So okay, no other language other than this particular thing has been satisfied here. So that is the point I would like to mention here. Other than 7-bit ASCII character set, other than this one, no other language is being. Language in the sense, don't consider that is English, Telugu, something like that. The language or the code which is being satisfied, so not other than this 7-bit format is called as the language. That is actually encoded language. That language is called as encoded language or that. So such kind of encoded languages cannot be accepted. And during those days, and mails are so not supposed to send any binary files or video files or audio data. During these days, it could not be sent. Only it could be able to send only ASCII character set data. That's all. No other data is being forwarded to the recipient or your friend or the receiver. Okay. So these are the different kinds of disadvantages before 1994. So during 1994, so MIME was introduced, and this MIME is a supplementary protocol that allows you non-ASCII character kind of data or encoded kind of data. Encoded, 8-bit encoded data. So 8-bit encoded data will be able to send through your mails also, and you could able to send binary files. Binary files in the sense all executable files, .exe files. Let me say I'd like to send one .exe file through mail. During those days, it is not possible. Of course, right now also, so during sending of data through email, Gmail, specifically speaking Gmail, so it is not possible for security reasons. All exe files are not supposed to be sent through Gmail. So if you want any exe file, you could take any exe file and try to send to a friend. Immediately it will be blocked or it will be bounce that particular mail at your cell phone, because it is not supposed to send the exe binary files still now. But video files, yes, you can, and audio files, yes, you can. You can send all these things here. Okay. So MIME transforms what is the actual operation of this multi-purpose internet mail extension protocol is. It could be transforms non-ASCII files or non-ASCII data into NVT ASCII data. What do you mean by NVT here in the sense? Network virtual terminal. Network, okay, network. So virtual terminal. What does it means? So it is a certain client server program which could be able to transmit or transfer so non-ASCII to ASCII form. Okay, so using this particular NVT virtual terminal, NVT ASCII mode, the data will be delivered from sender to the receiver. Okay, so this is the basic operation, and we are trying to look into what is the header of this MIME and what are the components which could be accepted by MIME. These two are the points we would like to consider. After this, secure MIME. Okay, so obviously we would like to show you here sender and receiver could be there. Sender user agent will be get starts to compose a mail. So this mail will be so transmitted through MIME first, because the mail might be having some non-ASCII code data also, which is encoded form. That encoded form can be taken by MIME, and MIME converted everything, every encoded data to so ASCII format here, 7-bit ASCII form, and then it could be sent to MTA. Okay, so MTA will be forwarded same data to the receiver send MTA, and it is in 7-bit ASCII format here. I'll show you how these things will be in while discussing some secure MIME. During that time, I'd like to show you how these things will be gets so transmitted from non-ASCII to 7-bit ASCII. Okay, then it could be forwarded to so MIME at a receiver send also. Afterwards, it could be sent to the receiver user's agent. Obviously, the data will be received by the receiver. So this is the total simulation which is being happening at the receiver send and sender send. Okay, continuously it could be gets happen. Then followed by what actually MIME can be. What kind of headers it is going to be defined. What kind of data which is going to be accepted. So MIME can be the MIME header can be added to the email header. Okay, it could be appended to the email header using the following parameters. Number one, MIME version. Number two, content type. What kind of content you are type over there, whether it is 7-bit ASCII or encoded form or video or audio or any image, something like that. And then followed by content transferring encoding format. So using which encoding format, 64-bit encoding format was used, or 32-bit encoding format is used, something like that. It could be taken. And then followed by content ID. What is the specific content ID which is being used for transmitting the data? Content ID in the sense subject. If you are observe your email ID, so email ID might be email compose of email. You might have one ID. That ID is called as okay. That ID will be called as what is it? Content ID will be called as subject. Whatever the subject you have typed, that is called as content ID. And the final one is content description. What kind of course, content description cannot be done by you. Actually, that could be done by the user agent only. So all these things are supposed to be included into this MIME, this particular MIME. So this MIME can be seen in such a way. Normally, email header will be there. So for this email header, so with the 5 different kinds of contents, this header will be attached. After this attachment will be happen, then email body will be there. Whatever the body you are interested to type. Okay, that could be there. Of course, nowadays you could not do anything on behalf of you. User agent can be perform all operations because it is a program. So based on the modifications you have been taken, let me show you one or two. Then you could understand very easily. So you could see, let me compose this one here at this moment. So here you could able to type, let us say, all different kinds of colors you can change, and then so all kinds of message, what kind of message you are supposed to send here, what is the font of that particular message, and so on and so forth. And the encoding data will be available at this place. Encoding data, where exactly? Here it is. No, here it is. See all settings. Yeah, encoding will be seems this one. This is encoding language. Okay, there are many, as much as many number of languages are there. Previously, these many languages are not available. Only English. English will be, so 7-bit ASCII form only is available. Now, these are all different kinds of encoding formats. So you could select Telugu, in the sense you could able to type Telugu over there. So therefore, you could take this one here. Okay. So this is encoding form. Which encoding form you are using, you could specify each and every point also here. Okay. Basically, all these things, all these options are so extra options you have incorporated. I mean, Google has been incorporated, but this is the option which is related to MIME. Okay, this is the option which is related to MIME. Okay, then okay, so all these things will be taken into consideration. Let us discuss each and every point here. So look at this. What kind of text you are supposed to use is two different kinds of text are supposed to be used by you. One is a plain text, and second one is HTML text. HTML in the sense hypertext markup language, which does have many number of tags. Using those tags, you could use so that particular text also. These are the two different types of text which are being used here. And multi-part in the sense, while typing your data, so what kind of data you may be taken into consideration here in the sense, mixed kind of multi-part, which could be able to type different kinds of colors, different kinds of languages also. So Telugu followed by English, followed by some other language. So one word is in Telugu, one word is in English, one word is like that. Mixed form is, it must be follow some certain kind of order. Some order has been followed here. So ordered parts of different data types. Data type in the sense, don't consider there are no data types here. So they will be considered different kinds of languages. Okay. Parallel in the sense, nowadays people are using, we are using this particular parallel. So you could use like anything. You could use like anything. Within single word, you maybe use one word is character, second word is second word is Telugu, third letter, first letter Telugu, second letter is English, third letter is Kannada. You can use like anything. Something like this, it is going to be used. And the digest in the sense, security part, this one is security part. And the default, let me show you what is that security part, which we have already, yesterday I have shown you, but let me show you today also. Look at this. This one, standard encryption form, that is a TLS. We will also concentrate on TLS very soon, probably day after tomorrow's class. So Friday's class we will concentrate on TLS also. So this is what about so the digest here. Okay, and alternative in the sense, normally alternative cannot be used here. Alternative could be also done. Let me show you where exactly. So if I would show you, then you may be cheat the people. However, I will show you. So if you know email of your friend, then whatever the mail you maybe get, that mail will be forwarded to you by taking so POPIMAP. So look at this, add a forward mail address. Add a forward mail address here. Okay, if you add this one, so that is what the meaning of this one. Alternative in the sense, that is the meaning of that particular point here. Okay, that is the meaning here. So add a forwarding address. You could add this one. Obviously, it could be enabled, and you may be send the data through that particular alternative mail also. And the message will be RFC So 822 form. This is IEEE form actually. IEEE form here. So this message format can be used to write the messages, and you may be write your message in fragmental form or normally it is in fragmented form only. Whatever the data you have introduced into your body, that must be a fragment only. External body in the sense you may be add attachments. If you have attached anything, so those attachments will be called as external bodies. Those attachments might be so either JPEG, joint picture expert groups, GIF, GIF format, or MPEG as like as videos, and audios will be, so you could able to, nowadays you could send any kind of kilohertz, there is no problem at all, but during those days only 8 kilohertz audio file could only be sent through that particular mail. And application might be PostScript in the sense PDF. I hope that you understand PDF. Nowadays you can send any kind of application, but during those days, during the initial time of MIME, so you could able to send only PostScript kind of data. And octal stream in the sense, so octal stream can be always used to send .exe files, .exe, or so .bin files, binary files. Okay, these are the different parts where exactly you are supposed to use to send through the email ID with the help of MIME. Okay, so here you could not have any information except this one, except this. Let me show you. Except this digest, except this digest, you could not find any so cryptographic algorithm here. Okay, MIME does not have any specific cryptographic algorithm here. That cryptographic algorithm can be introduced by secure. Okay, yes, MIME. Using that one, you have introduced. So MIME can be, right now the MIME version has been used. So this one here, version 1.1. So still it is used for right away from 1994 onwards. The version number is 1.1 only. And the content type will be so headers and body of the messages. Only these two could be send through any email ID. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss something about the security. Okay. I haven't prepared anything since I'm not feeling well actually. I'm not actually feeling well. So that is why I did not